Hey guys, I think here today is January 18th. Still pretty cold up here. I believe currently we are probably at about -1 yet. The low this morning was -8, so there is hope. We're warming up. Anyway, so yesterday I took the time, worked inside of my shop, and I processed a bunch of totes. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I do with these totes. And I use the bladders. Um, they look pretty ugly in here, but what I use these totes, we get them. There's a dielectric gel for um, underground electric that they pour over the top, and it kind of forms a coating over it. But anyway, it's really hard to get the stuff out. It's really sticky, but once it gets in the air, um, the I was using floor dry, but holy cow, you go through tons of it. I've got free ash, all kinds of it, and so I just coat the whole inside. This stuff it takes the stickiness off, and once you start using them, they're fine. But anyway, I always drill on the bottom. I got 9 holes. Can you show them that, honey? Um, by the way, my camera lady, Chris, is outside here, and so we got to hurry this up before she freezes. Um, anyway, I always cut 9 holes on the bottom. I cut 6 on each side, so I think it's a total of 31. And this one is cut out there, so you got 8 and 4, 32 holes. 32 holes, and the size of these holes are it's either 4, I think they're 4 1/4. That's the biggest uh, bit or round saw or hole saw that I had. Anyway, I use these. I just set these on a pallet, and uh, I have never mounted them down. I at first when I started moving them around, I had I had some difficulty. Like if you move really fast, they're going to zip right off of the pallet. But I found the best way is to get the pallet picked up and flip it back against the cage of the forklift. And so it's got some support there. And typically, I'll stock or store these too high, and I'll put 2 rows of wood in here, 16 inches, and I measured it up. They're about 2/3 of a fireplace cord if you stack it in. Um, I also use these for garbage wood. I usually have one sitting by my splitter as I'm cutting it. You know what you're going to save and what's going to go. So um, they work slick for that. Um, I know they're probably not for everyone, but it does take a little while to drill the holes. But yesterday I probably worked on it for 3 4 hours, and I've got 2 4 6 7. I got 9 that I did yesterday, and I did 6 of the. I had some extra bladders that I hadn't processed yet, so I got them all done and ready to go. Once it warms up. Um, by the way, today I talked to Chris Wolf, and they were supposed to have my splitter done December 15th, and then I was promised January 15th, and they're working on it. I guess they still are having problems getting the pump parts in, um, and they have to certify the Honda motor. So I think what he told me today, mine is actually welded. It's going into powder coat either today or tomorrow, and then next week they've got to do um, the Honda motor. I can forget what I called it. You just check them out to make sure it's going to work for warranty purposes. So it sounds like I won't be able to pick it up until probably the following week. And of course, we're going on vacation, but we're going to figure it out. When we come back, I'm going to swing through and pick it up, and then you'll get to see some filming of the 17 VSC. Been anxious to get that machine here. Um, gone on longer than I thought, but anyway, things happen. I understand. So anyway, I'm going to show you what I did to these metal cages. So these metal cages, I pretty much did what Heath does. I did this a little different. I cut these corners at a 45, just because I think I don't know. I think that this little piece hanging out will help support the wood. Uh, because you have nothing over here once you flip this cage up. There's nothing there to support it. But I'm hoping I can use this as a loose, where I can just run the conveyor and fill it up. And uh, we got to try stuff out. We just don't know how this is all going to work out. But anyway, what I did, I used this. This is it's not aviation rope. It's used in when they pull underground wiring through a tube. The tube comes with a piece of this rope inside, so they can tie it onto the wire, and they can drag this. Oh my gosh, I don't really know how many feet, but I believe they can pull like 3,000 feet, because this stuff is good for 1,500 on something and 2,400 on the other. And I've had this outside before. It does not seem to be affected by the UV rays of the sun. And I'm thinking it'll work pretty good. So what I did, I tied a square knot on here. And this is just a big, I don't know, I call it a bow knot, kind of like what you use on your shoes. Anyway, you pull that, and I got a knot there. Decided to put an extra one. I think I wrapped it once too. There we go. So it shouldn't be hard to do that once it's full of wood. This one, kind of the same way. Not recommended to do this when it's below zero though. Get the hand back inside here. So bear with me. Gotta keep my hands from freezing. Okay, so it basically flips up, goes over, and lays right on the top. I honestly think that these things will work just as well as what Keith has. The only reason I did this, I have rolls and rolls of this rope that I've saved up through the years, and I just figured there's no expense for me in that. So if it works, great. If it don't, I'll change it out. But that's kind of that's kind of what I worked on yesterday. Got these all ready to go. So then let's go show them how we stack. So these are some of the last ones I just put in here. These were done in December of 23. I don't go by the date, I just go by the month. I figure that's close enough. Um, this wood is all popple. That's all popple, and that's all popple. And there's probably some more going back. But these, measuring it out, I've come up, I think it came out to be like 0.66 or 0.65. It's right at 2/3 of a face cord. Did I say that right? Yes, I did. 2/3 of a face cord, or 2/3 of a third of a cord. Talk about confusion. Uh, you guys know what I'm talking about, though. But anyway, we're not sure because this is the first winter. We started putting this stuff in totes like this last February, and so I really haven't had a chance to really see if they're going to work. But because totes are so hard to find up here, I decided to use these things. Um, it's a heck of a lot better than throwing it on the ground. At least you only handle it one time. So let's see here. What do we got over here? The other thing is, fortunately, these are just a little bit shorter than the metal totes because I cut the lids off, which is probably 8 to 10 inches. Um, anyway, what's nice about it, I cannot put a metal tote on the bottom and one of these on top. It just doesn't have quite enough room with the rafters going up there. So on that side, I can use a metal one on the bottom and the plastics on top. But we'll see once how this works. I've been trying to leave a gap for the air, so it's got plenty of air gap between them. That one I got a little tighter, but so I don't know. That kind of gives you a little bit of idea of what I do out here. I have to show you some. I know these are all 1223s, but I need to find. Oh, that's in the other shed. Okay, so guys, these, you can see the dates on these. They're all 124. The ones back there are all 124. I moved out all of our burning wood so I could make room in here for it. But there's, see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, and I got a half there that I didn't have enough to finish it. So, but I did not take off the month of January. I have been busy. Just letting you know. Also, I want to throw this out there. Terry from Not, what is it? Not Works. I think he's in Canada. If anybody knows anything about him, I watch his channel and I know he hasn't posted in quite a while. And I've left him a couple messages, but nobody returns. I'm just kind of curious if anybody knows if he is sick or what's going on. So maybe he heads south. Maybe he heads south for the winter. I really don't know that. I've only been watching him since probably April of 23. So anyway, if anybody knows, please post it. I'm just kind of curious. I hope nothing's wrong. So anyway, guys, I think I'm gonna sign off here, guys. Like I said, today's January 18th. What time we got? About 1:30 roughly. Anyway, just remember, the wood is awaiting, and please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Appreciate it. I probably look like some northern person in the Antarctica, but we're not quite that cold here, but it's cold. You gotta stay warm. Take care, guys.